Alright, hello party people. Today I just want to go over this right here. So, today was the glorious day of FromSoft quote unquote blessing us with patch notes. Yippee, right? Um, I feel so glad, elated that they blessed. And I guess I was kind of being unfair because I said, well, I found the patch notes kind of not really that much compared to other patches, but I guess I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, like you can tell how excited I am for this patch note, even though I've been said to be a FromSoft blazer by some, and I am just not that interested. I like right before this, funnily enough, because that's how life works. I uninstalled this game like fucking twice this past week, 2 weeks. Right before this, I uninstalled it the second time. And yeah, I have just I feel drained from Nightreign. Like I feel fine with it, but at the same time I was just it's like a fucking circus in here because you go in your matchmaking, you either have a team, even sometimes when you team up with other people, it's like they're still gonna be shit. They're still gonna die. I have been hard stuck depth 4, even though I can reach depth 5 with a good team. I don't have a good team. I keep getting the shittiest people, the same people. Like I think I did a one video with Dreglord, not recently, but like when Dreglord first came out, I did a video showcasing how hard I had to literally revive these idiotic teammates that I'm getting in randoms. And this was even before I went down the Deep of Nine rabbit hole. Um, well, these are cool Everdarks, but anyway, moving on. Right? Except for Augur, fuck Augur. Anyway, so I went down the Deep of Nine rabbit hole, and yeah, the teams you get from Discord if you team up with people in the Elden Ring official server, those teams are still skeptical. If I go for randoms, those teams are even more skeptical. What am I supposed to really do? What am I supposed to really do? Am I supposed to manifest the best Souls players out of thin air? What am I supposed to do? Out of my ass? Like what really am I supposed to do at this point? I mean, the depth 5, like I said, it's a motivation thing. It's not a thing that oh, depth 5 you're skilled. Wow. Like depth 5 players are still making the same mistakes depth 4 players are doing, etc. etc. It's like whatever. But the main thing, if you really came just for the relics, that's just my opinion on Deep of Night right now. I have little motive. I'm the person who's allegedly a FromSoft Blazer has little motivation for Nightreign right now. Even though I wanted the DLC to be really, really good, it is kind of. I love the new map. I still love the new map, but I, I just I'm fighting to get motivation from a game, and I at this point like, how do I manage that? How do I manage that? Am I supposed to have that for a game, or am I supposed to just enjoy a game? Like, well, how is that supposed to work? Anyway, so this is the build. Let me just stop yapping and let me just showcase the build here. So I said previously in my last video about relics and how my opinions of Deep of Night that that's pretty recent. That I well recent as a recording this. I was talking about I would make us another video if something new came up. Well, I came up with another configuration because I mean my luck with relics has not been as good as other people's luck, for example, but I still try. And this is what I came up with. So first of all, slot one, we'll just be discussing this one because I have no other ones that I've come up new wise. Slot 1, Successful Guarding, fill most of the Art Gauge. 4, Frost Stomp, all Art Charge Tree. The Recluse Relic the Guardian has. And inspired by Recluse, I mean, I should say. And the fucking, my Max Great Shields one. So, what's happening here, right, is that this Great Shields thing, as I mentioned earlier in the other video, once I get the 3 Great Shields, this is gonna get me to 10 Vigor, 10 extra Vigor, right? I have the Vigor plus 2, and then the Vigor plus 3. That's gonna be plus 5, and that is gonna equal to... This right here is gonna equal to additional 300 HP. So the Vigor plus 2 and the Vigor plus 3, and the max HP up with 3 plus Great Shields is gonna equal to 300 HP. Because the Vigor plus 2 and the Vigor plus 3 equals 100, and the Great Shields is gonna be the Great Shields is going to be 200 because it's going to be 10 Vigor, right? And when I have for my Deep Relics are the maximum HP, I have this on a red, as well as improved Madness Resistance, improved Glintstone. Well, that one I don't really care about. I just, like I said, I made with the best with what relics I had. So I have the physical attack up plus 3. I'm lucky I kind of have that, because this is definitely a good like the demerit is not really that big here. Improve physical damage negation plus 2, because I really need damage. After you reach step 4 and 5, you need that negation. It's like a no-brainer, even for Guardian. Even though they buffed Guardian in this recent patch, you needed that fucking negation. It's like a no-brainer at this point for a tank. So all this has is the reduced damage negation after evading. Well, Guardian doesn't really evade much, so that's fine. I have the improved damage negation at low HP, so that's gonna also be more negation. And I have improved affinity damage negation, the regular version, unfortunately. But like I said, I made with what I have. Made the best with it. And yeah, that is what I have to work with right now. And what's gonna happen with this, like I said, the 100 and the 200 here, that's gonna be the 300. What's gonna happen here is I'm gonna get 400 Vigor total once I complete these things. Well, I used to have a Dormant Power, right? So for example, if this red had a Dormant Power, Great Shields, it would have been nice. But the thing is, I realized that through logic, just through sheer logic, that I don't have to get too lucky for Great Shields. Like, am I gonna be really that unlucky that I start off with my Guardian's Great Shield by default, right? Am I gonna be really that unlucky for every run that I'm gonna have not 2 more slots for Great Shield? Am I not gonna get 2 Great Shields in my drops for Guardian? So I was like, this Dormant Power thing, at least for the Great Shields, is not really necessary for Guardian. Because he comes off with 1, and all I need is just 2 more. That's light work. I just have to not get extremely unlucky and I get all my HP. And that's gonna equal a 400 bonus to HP. And that's the farthest this can go, because unless you have your hack relics, which I don't, because I don't hack the shit. Vigor plus 3 and Vigor plus 2, that might be the luckiest you might get on a good relic run, like. And then the max HP is also gonna help with that as well. And it doesn't have a demerit of reduced flash HP restoration, but I don't see because a lot of the maximum HP, if I go over here and just type it in, or like select it, where is it again? It's I think it's attributes, yeah. So if I look into the Deep of Night ones, do you see how much, like, And it obviously has to also match the fucking color because we're FromSoft decided that, right? But a lot of these increased HPs, and well, the relics in general, some of them are fine. Like this one's fine, but it also has the magic attack, and it's gonna take damage cause steam buildup. I was lucky to get this one because look at all these other ones. They're gonna have taking damage as this, as that. Like you don't want that when you're fighting because imagine you're fighting, taking damage causes frost or sleep or madness or whatever. You're getting procced and you're fucking dying. Nobody wants that. So the taking damage, you have to avoid that like the plague. And I just decided, well, okay, this one has like the least thing, and it even has the madness resistance in case I get Libra. Like, I'm going in like guns blazing. Like, why not? So that's ultimately what I decided with this build right here. Am I proud about it? I guess because what I have with this is that I can start off wherever it is, even if it's a new map, if it's the old map. I can use Hoarfrost Stomp to space, because spacing is always important with these games, especially if you're like early level, and anything can hit you, you die basically, except for Guardian because he's the only one who has the fucking HP to actually live some of these hits. Like I would see fucking randoms go into fucking camp, the starting camp, the very start of the game, and just because they get hit by one unlucky fucking um I guess a rat or a grunt or some shit, they die immediately. And I'm like, bruh. So this is like the increased maximum HP is the same as the Fathom thing basically, but it's the same effect basically. But it's just on a deep relic, which is a depth relic, I should say, which is it does what it does. I'm getting this is like I think this is like the best build I've ever made, and I'm not even doing it to glaze or anything or whatever. I'm not glazing the build. I'm just saying that this is the best I've gotten from like 550 something uh, hours of Nightreign, and I mean, if they added the DLC weapons, I would definitely put $500 more into this game. But right now, I just think I know it doesn't matter, but like if you don't really see much Nightreign content from me going forward, you know why. I might have lost interest. As much as I love Nightreign, I love the concept of it. I've talked about it in other videos, a hell of a ton of other videos. Um, it's gotten stale. It's gotten a little stale, and my friend has even talked about this as well. Same one who actually called me a Nightreign Glazer, but yeah, it has gotten a bit stale. Um, even for a Glazer like me. And but yeah, basically, like I said, I can Hoarfrost space, I can successful guarding, and that's really good because even though it's not the +1 version, it's still good because I can get my art back easier, and that's gonna help me use the ult to revive teammates and also give them back more HP with the recluse inspired relic. And a lot of people were fucking telling me, "Oh, run the shockwaves, run the shockwaves got buffed, so I guess I should run the shockwaves now even more." But oh, run the shockwave because you revived your teammates. It's a good point, yes, but first of all, before this fucking patch, where they allegedly buffed the shockwaves, right, to some degree, shockwaves weren't really, other than staggering your enemy, shockwaves weren't really doing much for Guardian besides like they said, reviving teammates. But if you're a skilled enough Guardian, and like it's like Tony Stark said, if you don't have the suit, like just forget it. Like you should not be you should not have to rely on something. Is basically what Tony Stark was saying. In that one movie to Spider-Man, brother was saying you shouldn't have to rely on it. And I don't really. If you watch my gameplay, I revive people extremely well without this relic. Just because I don't have this thing means I'm a sitting duck. The successful guards? No, that doesn't mean shit. Like at the time, I know it's a good thing, but at the time I really didn't have the right. I was using Let me show you. I was using the medium shield one, I think. Yeah, and I got slapped for this. I got slapped for this. Like there was like, oh, why would you have shockwaves? Because I'm trying to focus on my fucking negation. I'm trying to live for you people. Like, come on. But the thing is, I think that the HP is more important because without the HP, we're lucky that the Recluse has both. Because without the HP, Guardian can ult, but you'd have the damage immunity, sure. But when Guardian ults without the HP thing, you're not getting back, it's like a free flask when you have this HP thing. So I figured that the HP thing is more important than the shockwaves, in my opinion. And I'll die on that grave. Like like the shockwave is before this patch, like all I would have is that it would, and I have clips of me reviving people. It's not like I don't know how to fucking revive people with the shockwave. People have died to Crucible, and I've revived them with the fucking shockwave on the old map, right? But yeah, it's like that, and the Deep of Night thing. Like I said, it's a circus because my rating is just going back and forth. But without jumping topics, yeah. Um, I have the shockwave now, so congrats. Okay, you don't have to bother me about it not having the fucking shockwave now, right? And um, yeah. So I think I only left out to mention that I do have a little magic negation up there, and that's at the ultimate arc. Yeah, I like this build. I like it. I really do like it. Um, I think that, like I said, I am not gonna get unlucky enough to not either pull or buy from a merchant because sometimes the merchants do sell great shields. They can sell either like the great shields, the medium shields, or the small shields. Sometimes the merchant sells the great shields. Either merchant, the special shop merchant, I think they call that the township merchant. At least we used to call that back before the DLC. And the regular merchant, which you see all around. Um, they can give the shields, and they give all three types. So it's either that I get if I even if I get unlucky, I might pull one of those shields. I pick it up. That's one down. All I have is one more to go. It's like I enjoy this build. I think it's the build that I'm gonna go with unless I get, of course, more relics to fucking boost it up. Um, it's just the build. This guy asked me to join. um, let me just wrap this up then. Um, it really is just the build that I'm gonna go with for the rest of Nightreign for Guardian, my passion character, and hopefully I stick with some passion for the rest of Nightreign because it is. I wouldn't say it's looking grim, but it's looking kind of off because I don't know what's going to happen. I know they might add weapons to bring people back, but after that, I'm not sure if the game will stay in a stable state with patches and all these other things. I guess time will have to tell, and the ants will bring the news. That's all I have to say. Thank you. Goodbye.